In today's video, first I want to show you how I use a casual way to build my visa application skill. Then show you how I use that skill, support my application process for the Schengen visa for my mom this year. My name is Celine Xu. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm here to help business professionals like you make AI part of your daily workflow and leverage them effectively. Free you for the more important and more enjoyable task. First, the casual way to create a skill. As mentioned before, skill is basically a structured, reusable instruction. To create a skill, do not think too much. Just play with it. Imagine you are talking to a personal engineer or personal assistant who can translate your idea to an execution. If you can explain your requirements clearly to the person to understand, the Claude Code also can. And you can also let the Claude Code ask if anytime they're unsure about the question or have any questions. The first thing is you drag the folder into the VS Studio. And then after you see the VS Studio, you will see the folder. Now you don't see the visa skill. First things, call Claude. And I said I want you to help me to create a skill for helping people apply the visa to Sweden from China, and here's some website for you to consider it first. I didn't describe more requirement, and the other one is this, and I open, go back. This is not enough. My requirement is, it says I can create a skill structure and you provide me the key information. Yes, which approach prefer? I said I want to have following functions. The first is you need to, based on my choice, suggest me the right visa to apply. Second is based on the requirement, and you need to collect and verify the information. And third one, you actually need to help me to create that PDF. And then it's start to create a skill structure first without asking anything or load anything. Then it's asking for key information, and here is the key information. I can also add one thing, tourist. Now it's asking me. It's family. PDF. Let's try first. At the same time, I can add one thing says, so if you're not sure about any requirement, please always ask. And now you can see there's something Sweden Visa China is creating now. And when it need to access any of your folder, write something, it will always ask your permissions, which relative safe, and suggest you read through the information they provide you and provide the right to Claude Code to help you execute. So under this, you will see their asset, their reference, their script, and the skill.md, it says what included. To do what? This is the purpose, and it's the overview, and is the structure. When you want to change anything, it will highlight, and based on the requirement, it will update your skill. Let's see, workflow base, task base, reference and guideline base, and capability base. It says it's right several lines based on the visa, China visa, and you can see the different type of the Schengen visit and up to 90 days. And then it's about application requirement, reference, and the relation document, financial. Now, it's not only go to the Swedish website, but also go to the VFS Global China and get the information, and it's try to finalize the workflow instruction. Now it says it's testing and packaging the skill. And now you have your work ready. Here is another video showing you how could we create a skill from a more stable, reusable manner in a more structured way, and install the skills you find in the marketplace or get from others from your own agent. And now, times for test the skill in action. I was impressed by how powerful the skill was, and also show you some secret caviar along the way. It's just a drag the folder to Studio, and you will be able to see what is happening here. And I already have the skill, Swedish visa application assistant. I will see. And Claude will come up. Skill update, and I will ask question. It's visiting the migrant website. I will see. Then I have the information now. It says your mother need to prepare the essential document, apply process, fees. You need to prepare hosting Sweden. Yes, this is one. An invitation letter, copy of your ID, and a financial guarantee form, proof of income. That's cool. And as a parent. And important notes translated. Just make sense. I got this information is actually fetch the PDF and ask me whether or not I want to read it from the project. I will see. Yes. And I ask, can you guide me which information I need to provide? I let the Claude collect the information and record, and then create me a new PDF file. It says Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, Section 4. On one hand, let me fill in what information I need, and this says, once you provide the information, I will move to collect your mother's details, so on and so forth. And this is private, so I don't show you. But I tried two things. One is I just use 1, 2, 3, 4 and type in information without the title. It recognizes. The second one is you can also take a screenshot of most of the information you have. Then you have the information ready in text. So it's really convenient. The invitation from the SCAD bucket, and it's empty. I'm interested in to let the Claude fill in the information from the MD to that. Let's try whether or not it works. And it says prepared me and guide. And I really don't want to fill in by myself. So I said, could you help me fill in the PDF? Use Bash. And after few struggling and to end, it says what I create is the PDF, which is the PDF here. And you can see here, it's actually fill in and leave the signature for me, which is pretty good. I said, my mom wants me to fill in her application, not just my invitation, what info I need to provide. And I want to use the information I already provide to generate a comprehensive one for her application. Then you can save a lot of time. 2 PDF. One is called the invitation.pdf. The other one is application.pdf. The skill also provides the suggestion about the next step, what document I need to gather based on the requirements from SCAD bucket, and what information my mom need to prepare based on the VFS global equipment, and also suggest the timeline and give some estimation of total cost and success indicator. The one thing I want to mention is you need to double check the document. Here they fill in something, but anything, if you need to press the cross or not, it doesn't help you. At the same time, there are some questions like explain why you want to apply and explain why you didn't apply. The skill not even asked in the information gathering session. So I suggest there's something you need to double check, and the skill can make you more convenient, but you still need to fill in the other 20%. I'm thinking actually ask them to fill another Swedish visa traveling. Let's see whether or not it'll work. I was helping my mom applying over 90 days permission, but I realized this is not visa, this is residential permits, so it may have lost chance to get approved. So I just want to change, but I don't want to spend a lot of more time, so I just use this one sentence. Let's see what happened. And after creating everything, the Claude Code suggests whether or not I want to create a document for checklist, draft the email to send to mom with instruction, or create a cover letter for application, which is really sweet. First, in the file, the personal assistance, if you have also the similar file, you will end up with the field PDF. At the same time, you have application.py and invitation.py. Those are the Python file the Claude code make you for filling in the invitation and application. Here's some takeaways. First, you can use natural language and let Claude Code creating a skill for you directly, and it's convenient. Second, the skill can help you collect information, fill in the PDFs, and provide you extra information and help. Third, you need to double-check the PDF to confirm the information is correct or not, and it is your responsibility to apply the application in the end. If this video inspired you, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. If you like or need the skill, comment below with "wanted." I will send it directly to you.